Hello everyone. Now let's see how to simulate a fault. For that, let's consider a problem where apart from the steady state reactance will be provided with the zero negative sequence reactance and the neutral reactances for generator and transformer. Considering this problem, let's use Powerwall Simulator. Go to File, open a new case, enter Edit Mode, Draw, Network, add a bus. So now we'll be adding the first bus. Click on the canvas. So the first bus is added, and now enter the nominal voltage as given in the problem, 20 kV. Okay, and click OK. So now resize the bus so that you could attach elements to it. Add the second bus. So draw the second bus. Now for the second bus, you are going to step up the voltage to 345 volts. So 345, click OK. So in between first and second bus you have a transformer, so the bus voltage will be stepped up to 345. Now add the third bus. Here the same 345 volt will be maintained, so enter 345, okay, and then click OK. Position the bus so that we place the transmission line easily between the second and third. Adjust it, and now add the fourth bus, network bus. Click on the canvas. So you have the fourth bus and its nominal voltage is 20 because 345 through a transformer will be stepped down to 20, and click OK. So now in our diagram we have the four buses. Okay, let me position it properly so that I don't have any inconvenience in like adding. Okay, the first bus, let it be the slack bus. Click OK. Every time we have to have at least one bus as the slack bus. Okay, for every problem in Powerwall Simulator, let it be a power flow or a fault analysis, one should be a slack bus. Now go to network, add a generator. Now I add the generator to the first bus, and here I don't have any megawatt rating specified, so directly let me enter the positive sequence impedance value. I have only the reactance given, which is 2% and it's 0.2. Negative is also 0.2. Zero sequence is 0.04. And between the neutral and ground I have neutral reactance xn value of generator is 0.05. click OK. Now the generator is not oriented properly. Let me double click on it and change the orientation. And dog bone vanda, if you want you could have a sine wave representation for the rotor shape. Okay, so it is just a representation, it has nothing to do with the values internally. And now let's add the second generator. Go to network, generator, click on bus 4 where you have the second generator. So megawatt is not specified, so 0. Go to fault parameter, enter the reactance values as before, 0.2, 0.2 and 0 is 0.04, and finally the neutral reactance is 0.05. Okay, go to bus information and change the orientation and change it to sine wave and click OK. Okay, now I have oriented it the other way, so let me double click and again change the orientation to right and now click OK. Yes, so in the network select transformer. Now we are going to insert a transformer. So transformer runs from bus 1 to bus 2, so click on bus 1, drag, click on bus 2. So you have a transformer now between bus 1 and bus 2, and now enter the reactance value as given in the problem. The reactance in transformer is 0.08. and over to fault information you could enter the zero sequence impedance value. Resistance is not given. Let us enter the reactance value alone. So series reactance is 0.08 and fault info you have to enter the zero sequence reactance value, and then the configuration, you have several configurations. In our problem it is star grounded, which is grounded Y. So select it and click OK. So you have the transformer between bus 1 and bus 2. And now let us insert the second transformer between bus 3 and bus 4 as given in the problem. Before I do that, see here you have 0 megawatt 0 MVAR. Let me figure out for which element that's there. So oh yes, that's for the generator on the right hand side, which is connected to bus 4. So let me just click and drag it. Okay, so let me place it below the fourth generator, and now let us draw a transformer. So go to network, transformer, click on bus 3, drag and click on bus 4. So now you have the information. So enter the series reactance value 0.08 and go to fault info. So configuration is again Y grounded or grounded Y, and then click OK. So you have the transformers drawn, and now let's draw the transmission line. Network transmission line, click on bus 2, drag and then click on bus 3. So you have the series reactance. So the series reactance is given as 0.15, 15%. So I type 0.15. Go to fault info. There you could type the zero sequence reactance value. So zero sequence reactance is given as 50%, which is 0.5. And now click OK. So here the meter looks large, so let me click on the meter, and okay, a single click will do. Okay, so click on the meter and resize it. Okay, so it looks presentable. Now let me draw the other transmission line. So again the transmission line runs from bus 2 to bus 3. So click on bus 2, drag to bus 3, click, and here you will be asked, so do you want another line? Okay, so click yes to create a new transmission line, because we want another transmission line. And now you have the data. Just verify the zero sequence reactance alone, enter it as 0.5, and already the positive sequence value is entered, right, as 0.15. So just verify and then click OK. And again the meter looks big, so let me resize it. So now we have the entire power system which is given in the problem. Now we are going to enter into run mode. Click run mode, and as you click run mode, you will find tools, fault analysis. So we are simulating a fault analysis, and in fault analysis you will have fault definitions, options. So go to options. Solved power flow will be considered as the pre-fault voltage, and here at bus 4 you have fault. So select bus 4 and select single line to ground fault as the type of fault. So you have bus fault. You could also simulate an inline fault using Powerwall simulator. So just click calculate, you'll have the result. Okay, so you'll have IA, IB, okay, IC, and the fault information. So change the fault type to the other one, which is a three-phase fault, balance fault. Click calculate, and then line to line fault, click calculate, and finally double line to ground fault and click calculate to know the fault current and voltages. And thus for a single diagram you could calculate for all other type of false default current. Thank you.